Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for the OPTC video. In today's video, we're diving into the treasure map against Pudding and Shanks for the 11.5 anniversary with the new treasure map system. So in today's video, I'm basically just going to use my teams, have a chat about the new treasure map system, all that fun stuff, and kind of give you guys a bit of an idea of what I'm using and try and promote the other videos I've put out. Because as of right now, of me recording this video, all of the different variations should be up on the channel. We have the no new batch team. We have the different like rare recruit combinations, only rare recruits, one rare recruit, just the legend. So basically everything's up on the channel for different runs of all those like prep videos that I put out initially. So hopefully they help you out. If you guys have the whole batch, maybe this video might help you out, but like we are, what, 12 hours into treasure map now. I'm sure if you have the same team as me, then you're probably moving through treasure map fine, because this is basically the team I put out in the prep video, and I don't see it having any issues. I think this is the first time I'm running. I think I've run it once. I think I ran it once before, and I have already tested it. But the new treasure map system, it's very interesting. I don't hate it, because obviously it does make grinding treasure map a little bit more bearable. You only need to build 2 teams. Obviously it works a little bit nicer for me with content, because I don't have to build like mini boss teams. And it does take a lot of the energy out of the building phase for treasure map. But for myself, I don't know. I'm finding it a little bit more boring than usual. Sure, the lifespan of actually playing treasure map might last a little bit longer for me. Like usually by like day 3, I'm pretty fatigued, and I'm like, I don't want to play treasure map anymore. Like I've hit my milestones. I've gathered a bunch of materials. Other things in my life that I'd rather be doing than sort of sitting here and just sort of playing treasure map. So I feel like the longevity of me wanting to continuously play treasure map might be a little bit higher than usual, but at the same time, like I said, without the mini bosses there, I am finding it just like a glorified blitz, and I feel like I'm in the map more than I'm actually in fights, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but look, this is the first time we've had this. Talking about the intrusion now. As you can see against Pudding, we have Mars to remove the chain lock. We have our friend Captain Lucci to remove the paralysis orbs, and then we have the Verse Effect to remove the attack down. Because we have the 3 world government units on the team, we get access to that paralysis removal, and then Lucci makes the bottom row recovery orbs, which you can actually gobble up, so that way you can tank a little bit more damage on the final stage. So as you can see, I already have above 80,000 HP, so even without the defensive effects of Jinbei, I'm absolutely fine to tank that death hit. Jinbei's great though, because he can obviously remove the despair. And then we have Lucci to remove the paralysis. I have got the support of Stussy on my what's it called? On my Lucci, and then I have the support of Rayleigh to help with a bit of despair. The reason I have the Stussy support is purely so I don't have to what's it called? So I'm just using less specials. So like as of right now, I'm kind of just doing this and everything's working fine, but eventually the damage is going to be a lot less, and I'm going to have to start popping some other specials. So that's when I would obviously use the Versus Effect of Lucci to get a bigger chain buff. We'll use Sanji for an attack boost, and then we use Luffy for base stats eventually. But like right now, like I have no real reason to do that, and obviously I would swap out of the captain with Jinbei and his pseudo double special activation too. So just like something to note there with what specials I have left and what's going on with my particular run. At the moment, like I said, I'm just trying to maximize speed, because you want to try and build up your nav level as quickly as possible to get more points from your actual fights. As for the map itself, there was some changes to the actual the map system. Now that you don't have to fight the mini bosses, there is an argument to sort of just like send it straight through the middle and just maximize your runs with efficiency and using less stamina. Obviously, when you go past the mini bosses on the map, you still have to stop at that particular spot. So, oh, that's nice. You still have to stop at the particular spot they have. So even if you use like a gun or something like that, even using guns has value still, because you just basically remove that. For example, Koala right here is, 4 spots away. If I roll a 5, which would hypothetically put me on to that golden spot, then I would still have to stop at Koala no matter what, even with this particular animation for the defeat. The 26.24 boost is based on the characters that I have in my character box. So if you go into the boosted list, you will see what characters are basically good against each mini-boss, and, well, not good against each mini-boss, which give you the boosted effect, and then you can kind of, like, plan your routes that way. They've also added these new rainbow cards, too, which do have a tendency to give some pretty good stuff from what I've seen. I've gotten 2 C-Cat cards now, with that being the second one. And then I've also picked up a cannon. So like cannons are cool and all, like it's just more points. The gun basically just now is basically just like a point multiplier rather than anything. But overall, I don't hate the maps. And for myself, I always like, if you have like characters that can make use of 100% cards, I always tend to go for 1, the bento box, because you're getting free stamina, and then 2, going for like your good golden cards and stuff like that. So cards are just sort of where it's at when it comes to doing these particular runs. But like I said, there is an argument to sort of just send it straight down the middle, not worry about any of the mini bosses, and just go from there, and sort of just use your gun cards when you want to, or just skip the gun cards, because like, whilst you are getting points for the guns, they're still mini boss stages, and they're still not giving like a substantial amount of points if you compare them to the final boss fight. So heading into the Shanks fight, I do have the Mihawk support on Zoro, but just be mindful that doesn't need to be there. I literally just have it there to make the run a little bit faster. It just saves me from using the second Jinbei special right now. Eventually, I'm going to need the second Jinbei special, but like I said with the intrusion, I'm just trying to maximize the speed of my runs right now, rather than just popping every single special under the sun. But with this particular fight on stage 2, you come up against whatever the mini boss is. You get Bind, you get to spare, which the new Sanji and Jinbei take care of. They're also going to do a captain swap. Doesn't matter really which one you use first. Whichever one you use first is going to get the captain swap. Zoro removes the defense up, and then the verse ability gives you some orbs in the middle row. It also gives you that final tap buff as well, which is quite nice. I always have a tendency to just use the friend Captain Zoro, and honestly, right now, I'm not even using the verse ability. It's just something that we don't actually need. But eventually, as time goes on, we're going to need a little bit more damage for that particular stage, and we're going to want to have that. Onto the Shanks part of the fight, you get a full board of block orbs, which is a bit annoying, and then there's also attack down, threshold, damage reduction, and resilience. So having Zoro become Sailor removes that... removes that threshold. The pseudo Sanji removes the damage reduction. Pseudo what's his name? Pseudo Jinbei would give the other side matching orbs, but as you can see here, like literally just tapping with the 2 Zoros, you have plenty of damage to kill this particular stage, and then Mihawk sort of just does the rest. Again, it just means that when I get to the final stage, I only need to use 2 specials. Later down the line, I can use the Luffy special for the weakness class, and that should be pretty hunky-dory. But there you go, that's my run for the, in quotations, full batch team. If you have Van Ogre, like, you just use Van Ogre over Mars, and put him in whatever spot it is for him to get the captain swap for the intrusion fight. But he's a 1.4 times booster, so you don't really necessarily need him for the final boss. He's just pretty good going up against the intrusion. So, as I mentioned, that's my run. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, put a like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Remember, go head over to the channel if you're looking for any other variations. Slap comments on those videos as well. I have been trying to get to majority of comments to sort of help you guys out with some replacements for stuff like the Elders and whatnot. Hopefully those videos help you out. But most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Let's